All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of meat in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll take a great deal for you.
Eye patch and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
Hopefully, as soon as I'm done mucking about here, hopefully the audio will run smoothly tonight. I don't know. We'll see here. If the audio sounds all right, sound off. Let us know. Let's see. Well, we'll have to see. Hopefully that clears up. Hopefully. I mean, I was mucking around in the background, and that could have been taking things away. So hopefully it hopefully that gets alleviated. Otherwise, I may have to duck out and come back in. I'm not sure how that'll work, though. So let's give it a minute. Let's see if things smooth out. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see Frank Flores says it sounds better. Okay, well, if that's sounding like it's smoothing out to everybody, then I won't step out and back in. Because I'm not sure what it will do if I step out and back in. It could drop the show. I don't know. I've never tried that. I don't plan on trying that, although there was one night, funny story, that I managed to kick myself out of the studio. And when I got back, everybody was still there. So I'm ready, and then we'll run off the festivities and rules, and we'll get rolling with this. So let's see if we can get Chuck back in here. And then I don't know, it may take a minute for things to smooth out again.
Howdy ho, everybody.
It's
going. Josh, you got a little audio?
Hey, I know the studio acts like it's being.
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, everything going all right, Chuck?
Yeah, it seems to be. You were a little broken up right there when you first switched me on into the group. It kind of broke up a little bit. Then it gets caught up. So I think it's good.
Yeah.
You can hear me.
Yeah, the studio was, I don't know, it was acting like it was being taxed a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody says they can hear us. We got a full house in there. Yeah, we got everybody. Goodness. Well, the Shannon and Phil, Frank Juarez, Janet.
Tom
Shuckler's in there. So we're getting a good crew together. We'll have a little fun tonight. You guys ready to have some fun? Got some things planned for you here. Ian's in the house. Mike Lockwoman.
Hopefully they are.
Yeah. Phil.
Wow.
Yeah,
so I figured I'd give them I'd go ahead and give them a quick rundown of the rules here so everybody knows what's what.
Yeah. Gotta have rules.
Right. Yeah, if it's not structured, it's chaos. But what we're going to do, just like before, 3 questions. You don't know what the questions are until you connect with the show. You will connect with the show via a link that you request from me or Chuck. And don't message Beyond Sight and Sound. Message me, Josh Kimmel. You'll get 3 questions. You've got 30 seconds to answer 3 questions. Well, to answer each question. Once Chuck says go, the timer starts to run. If you can answer all 3 questions, you are therefore deemed a winner. What do you win? Well, you'll have to wait and find out. And just disclaimer, no help from the chat. That's immediate grounds for disqualification.
Get disqualified. You guys got to sit there and be quiet and pay attention, because if he fall or he she falls out, we'll be looking for another person to call in, but it'll be a different set of questions. And we're only going to do a couple tonight. We're just testing the water on this system with it, see how it works out. I think it'll work out all right. Yeah, I got a couple prizes lined up for you if you get all three correct. And what we try to do is take different topics and throw some questions at you, and detecting or prospecting or Civil War relic hunting or whatever, mapping, however you do stuff. We're going to try and keep it interesting. We'll do it on Wednesday nights and try to have a Wednesday night menagerie here of useless but great information.
Hey, you never know what you could learn from a show like this, folks. I mean, some people, they have all the answers and they win, but other people that are listening take something away from it too, because they learn a little something. And
thing, it isn't anything that's you learn. I learn because I look up stuff, well, what might have been this battle in the Civil War. I think I read about it. I look it back up, read about it, and go, yep, I did read about this once. And then you get some questions and it pikes your interest. But you know why I left upstairs? I left my timer upstairs. I got to go up and get that.
Well, you can go up and get that, and I can give them the rest of the rundown.
Yeah, and I'll be right back.
All right. So just for sake of shipping cost, obviously, this is open to residents in the lower 48. We may allow Alaska. I don't know. We'll wait until Chuck gets back and see about that. But the only way you're going to get in is to request a link from either myself or Chuck. We'll send you a link that brings you directly into the show. And, you don't have to show your camera if you don't want to. I mean, well, there are reasons why my camera is not showing. This system is geared great for audio, but it is not geared for streaming audio and video. But I believe Ian had joined in with us one time and had either stopped his camera or maybe there was a glitch in the studio that night. That happens too. I'd like to say that this is foolproof, but it's not the way it goes. So, and I could put a link in the chat, but I don't want everybody jumping in at the same time necessarily. And it'd just be simpler if you message one of us and we get the link to you. I mean, if I put it in the chat, then I've got the issue of there may be 4 or 5 people sitting in the green room, and then I've got to kind of, okay, who are we going to have next? What are we going to do?
Right.
I don't know. So, but it sounds like Chuck is back and he has the timer.
Yes,
I did tell them, Chuck, that this is restricted to residents in the... Okay. I did tell him this is restricted to residents in the lower 48, but we'd have to wait and see what you said. You might...
Well, we've got some regulars that have been on the show out of Alaska occasionally, and we've sent stuff up there.
That's up to you whether or not you want to allow Alaska.
Yeah, let's just hold it to the lower 48. Excuse me.
Well, and that is what I told them initially. And well, I don't know. We'll see what Chuck says, but he may allow Alaska. I don't know. So that's what we're doing. We're keeping it to the lower 48 due to shipping restrictions, things of that nature. So I think my messenger is working. Okay. So people can message me, Josh Kimmel, and I can get them a link to get them into the show, or they can message Chuck. And if they message you, Chuck, all you have to do is copy and send the link you got.
You mean message Facebook?
And that should get the, and we'll try to take, one or two people, whatever, and see what happens.
I got a little segue into it. How many of you are fairly new to metal detecting, all the way up to old timers in metal detecting, treasure hunting, whatever we call it today? We're detectorists. We used to be coin shooters, all this kind of stuff. And you start getting into the swing of it, right? You start learning and you're finding, and you may have started this because you're in a hobby of coin collecting, right? Or you may have started this because you want to find relics, but you're finding coins and your interest is piked in the coins you're finding also. You start learning about numismatics and the collections, and you may have a local coin dealer you work with or take stuff to, and maybe you get in there and get periodicals like Coin World, so on and so forth, once in a while to look at pricing and such. And it's gotten pretty finite in the past 15 years with different things going on in the coin collecting world, numismatics, if you want to call it that. And we're going to talk about some of that tonight, because you are finding older coins. You're getting into wheats, and some of the early wheats are worth some money, and you're getting into some silver, and some of them are just what they call today junk silver, because it's worn or beat up a little bit. So you start learning more about that, and it evolves into the hobby you're in. You're actually in two hobbies. You're collecting relics and you're collecting coins and that kind of stuff. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to test your knowledge on some of the coin side of it a little bit and see what we can come up with, and hopefully help you out. So if somebody wants to call in, and we'll hit them with this, is our
link in,
or link it, yeah, and try to use Josh, because I'm not seeing it, or ask me on the comments, and we'll try and get you in there. And yeah, there's a prize involved, and you got to get all three right. And each question, you got 30 seconds, and they aren't very difficult. Trust me. Yeah, ORH says, I'm not a coin collector, but I have a collection of coins. And that's the way it starts out. You start out and you're just happy to start finding things. I mean, then you get some clad, or you might get lucky and walk out and pop a seated dime, and you go, whoa. Well, you just started collecting coins, whether you know it or not. Some guys will sell them. Not many, but some guys will sell them right off the bat. I've seen them sent in, and some pretty good money come out of them. So if somebody wants to give it a shot, there's some prizes up for grabs.
Right.
Ian says he can be a test dummy. Ian, call, have Josh send you a link, and we'll get you on there and we'll talk. This isn't too bad. We're all learning. It's fun.
Yeah, because you won't be a test dummy, Ian. You'll be in the running.
Yeah. Yeah, give us a shot. Get him hooked up, Josh, if he's going to do it. It's a fun thing. It gets you in discussing stuff. Gets everybody else discussing stuff. I hope it's better in TV. Okay, Josh. Ian's telling you to send him a link. You got a spot to send it to? I remember the early days when I started, of course, back in that era, 70% of the coins we were finding at that time were all silver. We were getting clad, but everybody, oh, that was a great time to start. Yes, it was, but we had our own issues then with metal detecting and detectors because they loved the old bottle caps, early pull tabs, and they were thick. I mean, literally. So you dug everything to wade through it because we didn't at that time have what you call real good discrimination units. So you worked through it. And I see Steve's in the house. But as you went along and you got a little better with it and older stuff started popping up, you're going, hey, this is kind of cool. And
right.
Yeah. Yep. No, Indian head pennies, Steve. I'm not as old as some of your friends. Yeah, we got a lot of silver coinage, Janet, back in those days, and trading and throwing it into a bag from here for a while. But yeah, we got a lot of silver at that time. Clad had only been out about 5 years, 6. I remember getting Mercs and occasionally a few worn Barber dimes and Stand Liberty quarters, Washington silver quarters, and change. A lot. So hindsight's 2020 on that. But nice to put a bunch away. And yeah, Bill Hayes, a lot of silver, a lot of big silver come up. Kennedy halves, yeah. Kennedys and Franklin's, but my dad had a tenacity of throwing halves into a jar and keeping them. He liked the halves. He had a lot of them. When the Hunt brothers tried to corner the market, that's when he sold them off.
Right.
So, did you send a link to Ian?
I was working on it. I think I might have got one out to him. My messenger isn't wanting to respond quite.
Yeah, we're losing. Yeah, you're
breaking right now.
Breaking up. Yep. Well, keep moving forward with that. You were breaking up again. You were dragging on. It's kind of like a internet thing. The words being drawn out.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was working great before the show.
Yeah, it was. We had it nice and clear and all set up. So
okay, now I've got it to him.
All right. Ian, he sent you a link, buddy. So we'll get you on there and we'll have some fun.
Hopefully. We'll see what happens anyway. I don't get it. Everything was running just fine, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. Here he is. We got him.
Oh. Well, I see.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There
Hey.
we go. Hey, guys. Had to switch over to the AirPods so y'all didn't hear a bunch of echoes or cicadas or anything else we got going on.
Yeah. How's that cicada population? Pretty thick?
Yeah.
I'll bet. So we
Well,
ran
you
through.
sound crystal clear.
Yeah, he does.
Well, good.
Yeah. So they ran through the rules. This is just a fun thing. Nothing to lose, only something to gain. So we're talking.
Sounds like detecting.
We're talking coins, and eventually, when you detect, and even the beach guys and the relic hunters get into the old coins, and they kind of become a coin collector, and they want to know more about it, and then they get into this kind of stuff. But some nice finds are made. So I've got 3 questions for you, and each question you got 30 seconds to answer, and we'll ask the questions. You get all 3, you win.
All right.
Okay, I'll get my timer going here. I'll ask you the question and we'll hit the timer. What are, and these can be answered easily, PCGS, NGC, and ANACS? And start. They all do the same thing.
Grade coins.
They grade coins.
There
Okay.
you go.
There you go.
Steve had to throw me for a loop and tried to throw a new one in on us the other night on his show.
They're professional coin grading services.
Right. Good. Very good. All right. Dismiss that one and restart here in a second. When you send a coin to them and it's graded, what's done to the coin? What do they call that?
Slabbing?
You got it.
Okay.
Your coins are slabbed, and there's a direct relation to slab coins, but sometimes, like the Carson City dollars from GSA came out, and they were in a plastic holder in a nice box. Guys send them in. They don't take them out of there. They just put the PCGS or whichever company is label around it and keep it sealed. People want it that way to display them in the boxes. So there's different ways you can have them displayed. Now, being a detectorist, if you decide to send a coin in, a lot of times you get a tag on that. And that tag on that is EV. What does that mean?
Ooh. That I don't know.
And you'll see it on coins that have been dug and sent for grading. They'll have a designation, let's say it's an EF 40, all right, extra fine 40, but they'll put that EF behind it, and you got 10 more seconds here. Or EV, excuse me, EV. What would you think that is?
Extremely valuable. I have no idea.
No.
I told you guys I was going to be your test dummy.
It's this level, but there's environmental damage. EV tag on it.
Okay.
All righty. You got 2 out of 3, though. You did good.
Well,
I like his line of thought, though.
Yes.
All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, well, we appreciate you giving it a whirl.
Yeah.
And call back in. That doesn't mean you can't call back and enter again.
Sounds good. I'll see if anybody jumps in for the next couple of minutes.
No,
I just got back from the field myself. I dug a slightly modern belt buckle that made me laugh, and I'll post a picture tonight on
Cool, Ian.
one of the sites so everybody will see it.
You still got a pasture or field to work?
It's actually a plantation from the 1700s that they are clearing out for track homes that has been duly hunted.
Wow. Cool.
Oh,
Sounds like a great run. Keep posting pictures. Report to us. We like hearing and seeing what you guys and gals find.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Ian. Thanks. Okay.
that's
Who's
right.
next?
All right. As far as I know, I have not heard from anyone yet.
We've got another set here on the same thing here. Who wants to call in?
I do like Ian's train of thought, though. Extremely valuable.
I'd rather see that.
That's good.
Environmental damage.
Absolutely.
And you may not see it to the naked eye. I mean, when they're grading coins these days, it isn't looking at it with a magnifying glass. They've got those things under this scope, and they are looking at every facet of that thing face. And I know it's crazy, but you know, I don't know how familiar you guys and gals are with slab coins, but I don't know if I got newbies out there that have never. There's a slab coin, NGC, and that is a redo of the Peace Teller 2023 MS70. So, you know, the high grade like MS70, that's the creme de la creme. And that's what a lot of collectors want. But some of the coins that are rare and hard to find, if you get one that's EF, can be worth a lot of money, but each step up brings more and more money to it. So that brings a point out. When you're out digging, be careful. Try not to hit them, because you can take a 1916D that was probably worth $2,000, put a scar across its face. Now it's worth $50 as a filler. We haven't got a taker yet, Josh?
Right. Somebody didn't listen to the rules. And to call in to the show, and we can't do that right now. They're going to have to link in. They're going to have to request a link.
Yeah, and I think it's Mr. Pacifico. They don't answer when I call. He said that twice. Oh, yeah. And you got a message.
Well, we said 3 times, actually. Yeah, we said 3 times, actually. Don't call. We'll send a link.
So Steve's trying to get hooked up here.
Okay, so I'll try to get a link to Steve. Let me see what I can do. I got a lot of people on my list to try to go through.
Oh.
Okay, we'll see what happens here. He has been informed. He has a link.
Okay.
Of course, you got to watch him. He's a pretty smart cookie.
Who? Pacifico? Well, you better call in. Yeah. We'll find out.
He would tell you, of course I am. I'm smart enough not to ride with Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll see what happens, though. I don't know. They could be some tough questions.
Do-do, 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 do-do.
Yeah. Steve says he didn't know there were rules.
Yes, Steve, there are rules.
That's what happens when they tune in a little late, but we've got him anyway.
There he is. What are you up to there?
There he is.
The
You
big
know it.
tuna.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Steve-O?
Yeah, I didn't know there were rules to this.
Oh, they aren't too bad. Even you could probably live with it.
It's really tough when I deal with people that actually have a mentality,
Yeah.
because I'm used to dealing with, Frank.
These are easier than Detect America rules.
And I got my wife sitting over here making fun of me. You did it wrong, ha.
Well, yeah. So
All right.
anyway, we got some questions for you. We'll get the timer set up.
It's just like truth or dare.
Yeah, well, not really.
Man, I can't get my camera look. I look horrible on this thing. All right, try that.
You still got fat under your chin.
Shut up.
Move it up.
Shut up, wife. With my chin.
I don't want to witness a murder on camera, okay? Behave yourself, Steve.
You know what?
What?
I don't know. What's happening, buddy?
Not much. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Currently, we got a problem. Huge problem in the coin collecting world. Counterfeits. Lots of them. Which country's responsible for the most?
The most, probably China.
You got it. Ding, ding, ding.
I mean,
Start the timer hardly.
China. Oh,
China.
China.
Yeah. And they are so good. We've had at the club meetings that we've had coin dealers come in and show us counterfeits that fooled them.
Slabbed counterfeits too.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are. So, guys and gals, if you're trading coinage and that and online doing it, be careful online and go to reputable places. So that's just something that's going on right now with this goofy world of ours. Now, this you should remember. I think you were around then. Okay. All right. There was a coin that was minted. And it was called the Racketeer coin. What was it?
That I'm not going to know.
Yeah, you should. Come on.
No, I mean, if I had to take a guess, so it was probably something that was counterfeited. It was probably something that was counterfeited. I never heard the Morgan referred to as such.
Nope.
Was it the wait.
Come on. I know you know this because I think we talked about it one time. You got 4 seconds. 3.
Gold Eagle, double eagle. That was my only choice.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay, the Racketeer coin was the 1883 V nickel, the first one that came out. It didn't have 5 cents on it. It just had the Roman numeral 5. And they caught the guy that was doing it. And then what happened after that? The mint had to go in, redo the die, and put 5 cents on the bottom of it because he was gold plating them and passing them as $5 gold pieces. Am I correct, Josh?
Oh, wait,
yes, he was.
No, you'll lie and Josh will swear to whatever you say. I don't know.
No, he will not.
I don't know if we can take that for a rule.
Check this out, Steve. Another funny little side note to it is that they tried to bring him to court. They tried to prosecute him, and they never convicted him because he was a deaf mute. He never once said it was a $5 gold piece, and a lot of people will tell you that's where the term comes from.
Was his last name Pergola? Was that Deaf Mute's last name, Lopergola?
No, but
You sure?
that's where they say that's where the term came from of just joshing you.
Hey, I got to tell you guys something. You want to hear something funny?
Oh God! Here we go. Everybody, plug your ears. It ain't going to be good. I don't think.
I have proof. I have proof of something that I'm going to show on the show. Now, I don't know if we're going to do a show next Monday or not, because I don't know if you know, Chuck, but I'm going to go ruin Alaska for you. It'll never be the same after I leave.
Uh-oh.
But I'll tell you guys what I got.
Alaska's a big place.
I'll tell you what I got. I actually, and listen, you don't understand how monumentous this occasion is. I actually have video of me driving and Frank in the passenger seat. And
was he sleeping?
No, he didn't. He didn't have a Xanax IV going either. But and I forgot.
He was totally probably leaving
unaware.
Fingerprint marks on the dash.
Oh, there's claw marks, dude. I drove him over 2 bridges before I realized I was driving.
Oh my God.
So I do have video, and it's proof. There's proof. In all these years, he has never, ever let me drive. And honestly, if I had thought about it, I would have said, Frank, do you want to drive? And it just never crossed my mind. I jumped in the car, and here he was in the passenger seat. And dude, he was like a cat in water. That's how much his claws came out.
Well, Shannon Barner says Steve wants to ride a muskox in Alaska. Shannon, that is trying to ride a buffalo in Yellowstone.
Hey, I don't even know if we'll see one. I hope. I don't know. Are they everywhere or just?
No, they're kind of relegated to the east side along Bering Sea. There's spots of muskox up there. They're really throughout Alaska. They aren't through the whole state. They're right on the eastern half.
We're gonna be in the Anchorage area. And from what I understand, our host, like, I didn't know what was going on. And then I got a phone call, and our host told me that we're going to be like driving around in RVs and going like to different towns. And I think we're going to go out fishing. So I think we're going to do some halibut fishing maybe.
Oh, very good. I'll tell you what, that's the king of the fish fries. Salmon's great, but the halibut cubed halibut is to die for.
I'm looking forward to trying it because I have eaten.
If you're going to be in Anchorage, make sure you go to the Alaska Mint.
There's a mint. Oh, all right, I'm going to try.
And then the 49th Street Brewery. It overlooks the harbor. If you have a clear day, you see the top of Denali from there.
Well, the house we're staying in is closer to Denali than Anchorage, so we're going to be seeing the mountain of Denali. I don't know if we're going to be going in that direction, but we're going to see enough. And actually, I'll tell you what, someone from the Detect America page who's pretty famous, and I don't want to say any names, but I would tell you off camera, reached out to me and wanted to kind of take me out for a day. And I'm not going to be able to do it because like I'm going out with my family and we're going to be scouting around. So I don't think I'm going to have that day to spend. But I just thought it was the nicest thing in the world that this person reached out to me and said, hey, I would actually spend the day with you. And I thought that was really awesome.
Cool.
And I'll tell you behind the scenes, I don't want to say anything because, everyone will be.
The thing you want to do if you're out cruising, Alaska's playground for Anchorage in the southern part of the state is the Kenai Peninsula. And if you drive down, it's easy drive out of Anchorage. You go over Moose Creek Pass, drop down, and you go into a town called Seward.
Yeah, we're going there too.
That is almost like being in Switzerland, buddy. The mountains come right out of the ocean and go up 6,000 feet. It's gorgeous.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, do the Eskimos have massage parlors? I'm asking for a friend.
To my knowledge, but they have igloos.
Oh man, an igloo parlor.
Way north.
I can go into an igloo parlor.
There you go.
Yeah. See, honey, I can go to an
You like
HO
it
pop.
there. Steve, it's eye candy. It's the most beautiful country you ever go into.
Yeah, you know what? We are so looking forward to it. I can't wait. We leave Saturday. My beautiful granddaughter's graduating from high school Friday, and we're hopping on the plane Saturday, and we're out. Uh-oh. My dog just heard me say I was leaving, and he gave me a dirty look.
There you go. Are you doing a week there, Steve?
8 days. Yeah.
8 days. Yeah.
Oh, the flights are horrible. The flights are going to be horrible, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You got to catch one to catch another one to catch another one out of Seattle.
Actually, no. We're flying. First off, we're flying to Chicago and then to Anchorage. That's not so bad. On our way home, we got to fly down to Dallas and then back to Philly.
So you're going to Chicago to catch the Alaska Air from there direct to Anchorage.
Yeah.
But on the way home, you'll probably fly to Seattle, then down to Dallas?
No Seattle, just from Anchorage to Dallas and Dallas back to Philly.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be jumping around a little bit, but that's all right. It is a long flight.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm pretty comfortable on planes. It don't really bother me. You know, this is me, not Frank. I can handle a bridge. I can handle a plane. You know, he's afraid of alligators. You know,
when you're there, I want you to go. Well, it's not as bad in Anchorage as it is when you get further north up in Fairbanks. Go to McDonald's and buy 2 burgers, Coke, whatever, French fries, and tell me how much it costs.
I'll find out. You know what? From what I understand, it's going to be daylight most of the time.
You're coming up. Well, the 19th of June is your solar full day, and you're going to have in Anchorage. You'll have 22 hours of daylight to 23.
Yeah, so we're going there on this 15th. Hey, will we be able to see the Northern Lights, the Aurora now?
Nope, simply because of what we just talked about. The sun's going to be up.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, all right.
Usually about September, you start getting enough dark and you get to see them real well up there. But now, no, you get to be up there in the midnight sun. They have big parties over that deal too. Trust me.
I'll be asleep. I go to bed at 9. I don't care if it's bright or not.
Put some blackout sheets up.
I tell you what, my flight home is going to be really lonely. I could only afford to buy my wife a flight out there, one way. So I want to, you know, it'll be lonely.
Oh, she's a nice lady. You be nice.
That's your opinion. That's your.
Oh, well, the Aurora Borealis
All right.
Be out in the day.
You know what? Just making fun. All right, listen, I'm going to let you guys get back to your show. I wanted to say hi. I can't believe I didn't know that question.
I figured you would, and you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for sure he would.
I'm a loser.
If anybody knows about racketeering, it's you.
Just wait till our next show. I'll badmouth you guys on our show for doing that to me. Don't worry.
All right, Pacific.
All right,
Awesome.
guys.
We look forward to it.
We'll talk.
We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll talk. So, oh well, we'll have to run it again. I was going to give out some good Garrett gloves tonight. Nobody wanted them, I guess. So that's all right. I'll try to adjust it, and don't be afraid to call in, you guys. We don't bite. We have fun.
No, send a message for link.
Have a good time. So,
yeah, wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Nobody had all of the answers, but it wasn't too bad.
No, and I'll be giving out a T-shirt somewhere along from S&W. So, Celeste says it's 83 degrees in their house. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're supposed to get up.
Frank went to the grocery store to cool off.
There you go. There you go. Well, we had I had 90 when you and I talked. What did I tell you? 93.5, almost 94
95.
degrees. 95 degrees. It was a cooker today. That humidity's went up. So here comes summer.
It was so hot. I got off the phone and told Tam what might be coming, and she says, I'll get the windows, you get the thermostat. It's time to turn the air on.
It's coming. But now they're talking for us storms and some nasty stuff through tomorrow, and we'll be hanging on that. So then my shot down into Missouri Friday, Saturday, Sunday, coming on Monday. I'm going down and going to take Jill to her family reunion, but I'm getting a couple days on some private property down there and see if I can dig anything up.
Right. Chuck's going digging.
Yeah. Well, she said, would you take me down there? Yeah. She said, you can go detect. And I said, I figured.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite ground down there.
You should have said, well, thank you. That's so sweet of you. Ain't you just a peach?
She was grinning like a Cheshire cat. Bait me. Yeah, I'll drive you down. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yep. Twist my arm.
Yeah.
Oh.
And thanks for those who called in tonight, and we'll come up with some more. Give me some topics you want to work on. I'll get some questions. If you're good at something, then let me know. Put some topics up there.
You folks want history, geography, gold.
Steve's saying it's not too hot in Jersey right now. That's good.
Yeah, it won't be too hot in Alaska either.
No. It's running up around 60 during the daytimes up in Nome right now. 50s to 60. Anchorage should be seeing 60 to 70 right now. Steve will have a good time up there.
And for the other 2 hours that's not daylight, it's 37.
Yeah, that's about right. I'll give you a little hint to Anchorage. Anchorage can be really nice. It's on the Japanese current there, 70s, this kind of stuff, but it can turn sour in a day and you'll have a cool one. So, but it'll be really nice. You'll enjoy that. Gorgeous place. And pay attention, that is one of the most earthquake-prone places on the earth. They measure their little shakes.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. Be careful. Look out for the earthquakes.
By hundreds. They'll get 1, 2 a day. You may not feel them, but they'll get 1, 2 a day. Then they'll get a little jostle and everybody, oops. What was that? I don't know. As long as it don't keep going. Yeah, you're right, ORH. Ring of Fire. It's right on it.
Yep.
So,
and then all of a sudden you'll get one that'll shake you up and you'll be going, good God, what just happened?
Right.
We're all going to die.
No. Well, the second time Jill and I were there, we drove down. We saw friends in Wasilla, Alaska, stayed with them for a few days, and then went on down to Seward. We went over Moose Pass, dropped in. Well, it's gorgeous down there. Came back up and over. When we got back to Wasilla, there were roads closed. The grocery store, gas station combo, everything store in that town, the windows were out of it. They'd had 7.1 while we were gone. Cracks in the pavement. Yeah, so it happens. And Steve, when you're out driving around, you'll see sirens thinking those maybe tornado warnings. No, they're just tsunami warnings.
Yes.
Take high ground.
Quickly.
Yep. They worry about and tell us, well, I wouldn't live down there because of those tornadoes. I'd tell them, yeah, you shake too much up here.
Yeah.
There you go. So,
yeah. So we'll have to see what they say if they want history, geography, who knows.
We'll do the relic hunting history. We can do more coinage, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Civil War.
You run into as you go along. So
just remember, though, just because you request a particular topic does not mean that's the topic you get.
We'll have some fun. Let's go on Wednesdays during the summer. Tune in. You'll win something, whether it be a pair of gloves, a t-shirt, it could be a silver quarter, half, who knows?
You may win something.
Well, you may win some. Yeah, we have to clarify that. You got to work for it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have all the answers, well, then, I mean, I guess they still win. They walk away with some extra knowledge that they didn't have.
Yes.
That they probably won't forget for a while.
And, you know, it gets me looking stuff back up and that type of stuff. It always helps me too, you know. And I've only had 2 coins that I dug ever slabbed. And I don't know if it helped the value or not. So
I've only had 1 ever slabbed, and that was because I dug it out of the mailbox. That's the way it goes, so.
Yep. Well, buddy, I'm going back on out of here. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Ian, thanks for giving it a try. Welcome you back to try on something else, buddy, and do good hunting out there. Sounds like you got a good spot.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll come back next Wednesday and try again.
Yep. And thank you, Janet. You have a great
All
day,
right.
too. All right. Stay safe. Steve, be prepared for Alaska.
Yeah, right. We'll see you, Chuck.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
All right. So, I guess we will try to continue on with this Wednesday. And another comical side note, for anyone that caught my go live earlier, you know, speaking of learning things, I learned that I still can't handle a video camera because that just sucked. So I guess if people want to see more of the smoking and grilling go lives, I'll have to put it in a mount. I can't believe I'm going to have to resort to that. But hey, sometimes it can't be helped. Either way, if you got a kick out of tonight's show, you can always throw us a like. It does help. And, well, I don't know. Sunday, we'll see what happens. Chuck will not be around Sunday, and I'm not sure if I will be either. But we'll see. Stay tuned. Until the next one, have a wonderful evening, folks. We're out of
We sure
here.
are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.